Good morning, my children. Today we are going to discuss the question answers. Okay. Now, the first question is, what are talons? Sharp and curved claws of flesh eating animals are called talons. Now, this is the same as the keywords also. So, you can write the same one. So, I'm repeating it. Sharp and curved claws of flesh eating animals are called talons. Now the next is, what is the use of webbed feet in birds? For example, ducks, why do they need a webbed feet? To push water back while swimming. Why do they need webbed feet? To push back the water while swimming. Now the next is, what is the difference between flight feathers and down feathers? We have to tell what is the difference between both. Now, down feathers are the short and fluffy feathers which keeps the bird's body warm. What is a down feather? It is over here. So it is very short and it is fluffy to keep the body warm. And what is flight feathers? Flight feathers are present mostly on the wings and tails of a bird and help the birds to fly. Why do they need the flight feathers? Because they are mostly on the wings and the tails. Okay. Now, why do birds build nest? Why do the birds build nest? To lay and hatch eggs to protect them and their young ones from bad weathers and enemies. First, they build their nest to lay eggs and hatch them. Then the next is to protect them and their young ones. And from where do they want to protect? From the bad weathers and from the enemies. Now the next question is, what are the various materials used by birds to build their nest? You can give any three or any four things which they use to make the nest. That is, they use the grass, they use the straw, they use the twigs, okay, they use the dry leaves, they use pieces of clothes, paper, cotton and thread, etc., etc. Okay. Now we are going to the long answers. Better when you see the answers, now you will be feeling, oh God, what is this? But you can write it in your words also. Okay. Why do birds have different types of beaks? Give any three examples. We have to say why the birds are having different types of beaks. Birds use their beaks to catch and eat food. The shape of the beak is suited to the kind of the food they eat. Okay. The beaks are, they are having different types of beaks because their eating habits are also different. Now the first one is, flesh eating birds like eagle have strong and hooked beak to tear the flesh of their prey. Now the second is, birds such as woodpecker have strong, sharp, sickle-shaped beaks to make holes into the hard tree trunks. Okay, and pick up insects from this holes. Woodpecker is having a sharp one to make a hole in the tree trunk, and they can even make a hole and they can put the eggs. Also, they can have the insects also. Now, birds such as sparrow eat the seeds and grains and nuts. They have strong, short, and hard beak that help them to crack and crush their food. So, sparrow is having a small beak because they have to crush their nuts. The next is, how do scratching birds differ from the perching birds? Scratching birds have thin feet with sharp hand, hard claws. Their claws have three long toes in the front and a short toe at the back, which is higher up the leg. This toe helps them to dig the ground and find the food. Now, you can see a hen. How do she scratches the mud and then she takes the grain. So that is why they are having their toes like this, so that they can scratch it off. Okay. However, perching bird have feet with 3 toes in the front and 1 behind. Such feet help them to hold the branch. They are not doing any scratching on them. They want their toes to just hold their branch of a tree. Okay. Now next is, how do birds fly? Explain in detail. We have to explain how the birds fly. Birds fly with the help of their wings and strong muscles that attach the wings to their bodies. As they are having a strong muscles, they can fly properly. Now, these muscles are called these muscles are called flight muscles. Birds have hollow bones, means because their bones are not heavy. It is like it is free, like जैसे हमारे bones it will be heavy, their bones are not heavy. Okay, the tail of the bird help in changing their direction while flying. Abhi, now you are at home. Okay, you can see in the evening sky when the birds are coming back to home. First one bird will be in the last one, and then after some time the direction will be changing. Okay, so what happens is, birds have hollow bones. The tail of the bird help in changing their direction while flying. Now the next is, boat shaped and light body of the bird help them to cut through the air while flying. As they are they don't have much weight, and they are having a boat shaped body, so they can fly easily, yeah, in the sky. Okay, now explain how the tailor bird's nest is different from a weaver bird's nest. The tailor bird nest uses its beak as needle to sieve leaves together using wool and thread. So what tailor birds do is, they sieve their nest. It chooses broad leaves and stuff them with soft materials to make the nest cozy. So as they are stitching, they put soft stuff in the nest so that the nest will be a cozy one. Okay. However, the weaver bird uses its beak to weave a strong cup-shaped nest using twigs and dry grass. Now, what happened to the weaver bird? Weaver bird use their beaks, okay, to weave a strong cup-shaped nest, and they will be and they are using twigs and dry leaves also. Okay. Now explain how birds take care of their young ones. The mother bird lays its egg in its nest and keeps them warm until they hatch into young ones. मम्मी बर्ड तब तक उसको प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं जब तक वो एग से बाहर नहीं आते. The father birds help to protect the egg from enemies. Once the babies hatch out, they cannot fly and see, so parents help them in feeding also. So parents also help them in feeding also, because they are very small. Okay. So in this I have completed the question and answer, and the next one I'll start with the exercise. Thank you.